you know, you like football. You're a big Patriots guy. You know, UConn. Why let's go to a game. She might not feel it, but I know. Let me compromise. Let me go with my man.
Yeah.
Because I know when I want to go do something, when I want to go.
Yeah, because if we want to go to the Beyonce concert, I ain't got no choice.
See what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's the little things. Or she want to go to like a leadership conference. Just, you know, just things that, you know.
Whatever.
You feel what I'm saying? Gotta make that compromise.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. This is funny. The reason why we even talking about his needs and her needs is because she wanted to read a book.
But y'all did it together.
We did it together.
You
we
compromised.
read it every night. I compromised. And look, and I'm learning from it, and I'm giving it to the people.
Level up, break the cycle, bro, level up, love your image and love your...
Hey, bro, they say we live, man.
Hey, we back,
season two. God damn.
Oh, man, just...
Yeah. Let them know, man.
Just
Season 2, Destined by Design podcast, bro.
Just to say we in season 2 is a blessing.
I think so.
Because season 1, you know, we kind of opened some Pandora boxes.
Uh-huh.
But season 2, like, this going to be good, bro. We're going to break a lot of stuff down,
You know what, man? You know what, bro? God bless, man, season 1, you know what I mean? Just us pulling it together, us coming together and really putting together a platform where me and you can come and we can just discuss,
facts,
you know, some things. But I think season 2, I think it's time to make people a little bit uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, I mean, season 1 was just kind of us getting this thing. We talked about it for so long during 2020.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So we just wanted to go through with it, you know, and learn from it, see what we need to make better, what we need to do better, prepare better. And I feel like we're going to do that this season, bro.
I think so, man. Yeah. Listen, yo, I you know, if you're already subscribed to the channel, man, I appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. We could not do this without you. But if you haven't, yo, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, add us on Instagram at Destined by Design
please,
podcast,
yo,
man. Please
yeah,
do
follow
that,
that, please.
You know what I mean? Because we definitely going to be dropping some dope content, and we don't want you to miss
real
it.
soon, yeah.
Yo, so I'm gonna just jump into it, man, because season 2 is about not playing no games with nobody,
facts.
bro. It's game is over, man.
Yeah.
Game is over.
It's time to let them know.
It's time to let them know. So look, today I want to talk about something that's real important. And so I want to talk about relationships.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. I want to talk about relationships, and specifically, I want to talk about how you know if somebody is the one. Like, just jumping into it, bro, because you know as well as I know, relationships is hard.
Most definitely.
Relationships is hard. Romantic relationships are especially hard, and that's what I really want to focus on today.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
The difference between a man's needs and a woman's needs, and we'll get to that later. But just in your experience, like, how has relationships like formed like the person that you are, and how would you describe your relationship with relationships, so to speak?
Well, I mean, for me, I mean, I haven't been successful with them, as you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've learned what I need to do now.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? There's a lot of things, like you said, how do you really know?
Yeah.
At the time, I thought I knew, or I might have not been mature enough to even really know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things I didn't grasp in my first beginning relationships.
Because you was young.
Yeah.
And immature.
Not really ready.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, like I always say, forgive me. Mm-hmm. You know, I might have came across like I was ready and really wasn't ready. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's really come down to you and what you really looking for and what you know that can help you and you can help that person. You feel me? And I say for me, when it comes to relationships, that sometimes, at first in the beginning, I really lacked communication.
Yeah.
That wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Big one, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and without that, bro, you know.
You're lost.
You really lost. Like, if I can't even, like, if you just looking for a response and I'm just there just looking at you, like, how this going to be successful?
Yeah.
So, for me, I had to learn how to really retrain myself how to communicate. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's different in relationships.
Yeah, because it's not just you.
Right.
And sometimes, like, I heard, like, my man Dion said, like, when you coming home and your significant other's just asking you, how was your day? Mm-hmm. All they really want you to say is, no, honey, how was your day?
Absolutely.
And I didn't know how to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just so stuck, like, yo, I'm just going to be me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really open up. You know, I really wasn't the lovey-dovey. You know what I'm saying? So I really had to learn how to communicate. I don't hold things in no more.
I don't think you should.
Yeah, and I'm thinking sometimes I think I'm too honest now.
Oh, man. Right.
You feel me?
But is there such a thing, though?
Nah,
too honest?
Sometimes, but then people want honesty, but can you really handle honesty too,
That's
though,
real.
in relationships?
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta have some real deep talk sometimes, and you gotta be real, like, careful when you dealing with your significant other, you know what I'm saying? Because like I heard somebody say the other day, like, I need my shorty to know how to run this if I'm not here.
Wow.
And that was some real shit. Like when he said it to me, I had to really process and sit back like, yo. And then I asked like, yo, but have you laid down expectations? Mm-hmm. Have you like let them know what you looking for, what they need to do? Because sometimes we get in that mindset that we think they already know.
Yeah, and that's terrible because at the end of the day, you can never make assumptions that somebody knows exactly what you need.
Facts, bro.
And
I think, far as in my opinion, for myself, I really didn't let nothing be known. Mm-hmm. I didn't know, like I said, bro. I didn't know, bro. I was so worried about what was going on outside the house. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm worried about all the other females when I was in a relationship. You feel me?
Keep it a buck, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like I told you when you told me we was talking about this, I was like, yo, Wes, I don't know if I'm like the best person to really get.
But you're the perfect person for it because at the end of the day,
facts.
Bro, because you failed at it, bro. And now you're learning from it. And so at the end of the day, this is what the podcast is about. Learning from our mistakes and giving people game on how not to do the same
facts.
Mistakes,
and I never want, and that's why I try to tell every young guy I talk to, like when they talk to me, I'd be like, bro, just make sure you're ready.
Okay.
Because if you're not ready, you don't want to put yourself and her in a situation where you're dragging on things. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
They get caught in that situation though.
Because you just trying to please people and her.
Yeah.
And you don't want to let nobody down. And sometimes you'll rush.
For sure.
And sometimes you gotta look yourself in your mirror and really ask yourself, like, have I really dealt with certain things before I say I'm really gonna be committed to this one person?
Yeah.
And for myself, I didn't do that at first. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to lose. You know what I'm saying? I had to lose the first time around. You feel me?
Yeah, everything.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't ever blame anybody but myself. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said in the beginning, I might have had the one, but because of my immaturity, not really ready to change and really grow up and be a man, I lost. Yeah. So I never know what could have been.
Yeah.
But I'm cool because losing that made me grow up.
You know what, man? It's funny because when we take gambles like that, when we jump into relationships and we're not 100% ready to put it all on the table, what do you expect else but to lose it all?
And that's the thing, bro. Like, and it's crazy. When it got towards the end, I started just being like, damn, she really wasn't asking for a lot.
Nah, and it's crazy because hindsight be 20/20 like a mother.
Yeah, like when you be sitting by yourself, me, I'm a stogie guy. So like, I sit and smoke the stove and whatnot. I just be like, really? They really wasn't asking for a lot. And sometimes you have to really look at yourself and understand that. And it's crazy because I say this all the time, bro. Like, until you're able to love yourself and really understand who you really are, how can you even take on that task?
You can't, man. And
it's
think
impossible,
a lot of people,
bro.
They really get it twisted because they really think that bringing on somebody else's emotions and needs and cares, like that's somehow gonna make their situation whole. But if you don't have yourself together, how the hell can you really add to anything?
That's
really
what I'm saying.
And that's a recipe for disaster. Bro.
Facts. And keep it funky. A lot of people just scared to be alone.
Loneliness is one thing that people really can't deal with. And I am a person that, speaking from experience, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I told the person I'm with right now, and I told everybody that I really talked to about relationships. At no point since I was, I'll say about 12, have I been single for more than a couple months. Because I am a person that really does not do alone well.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Complete opposite.
Complete opposite. Yeah, right. So, and I don't really know where that comes. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I know 100% where it comes from because it goes back to just my upbringing and.
There you go. Talk about that.
Yeah. Just the upbringing and not having consistency, so to speak, or people in my life and like that I can count on. And so when I actually find somebody that I can confide in, my heart is super attached to them. Like when I'm into something, I'm super into it. And so, when I said, back in Generational Curses in season 1, when I said that when I'm attached to people or addicted to people, I am addicted to you. You know what I mean? Like when I need you, I need you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's real hard for me to kind of let go. But in the absence of one person, I always substitute it for another person.
And see, that's crazy that you said that because see now, like you said, you addicted to, you have to be with somebody or you don't want to be alone. For me, I've always had that mindset. It's me against everybody. You feel me? So, and it's sad to say I went in relationships like that. Yeah. Like, we cool, but
that's a bad way to go into it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really trust you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing, but
right.
the loyalty ain't there.
Got you.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's my fault though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even give a chance for it to even grow. And sometimes you get so deep in things, you could just say things just for you want them to hear it.
Right.
You're not really meaning what you're saying.
At all.
Don't mean it. And for the longest, bro, like, and it's crazy that I'm so comfortable to talk about it now because at first I'd be like, oh, bro, I ain't never saying that live. You know what I'm saying? But you just saying things because you just trying to put a Band-Aid on situations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time in relationships, we hold things in because you want to put Band-Aids on it. Yeah. You feel me? And that's why I said, bro, so, back to what we were saying, like communication was just terrible. And another thing, like I tell people all the time, bro, like if you can't be romantic, right, boy, you in trouble. And I'm not even talking about when it comes to like sex. Yeah. I'm talking about just the little things for your, you know what I'm saying, for your significant cards, flowers.
Now, I want to stop you there because I want to introduce something. So it's kind of like supplemental information, right? And so we talking about relationships. So we talking about how to figure out if a person is that person for you. You know what I mean? Because a person it's different for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to definitely say that. Yeah.
And so there's a book out there by, his name is Willard Harley, and it's entitled His Needs, Her Needs. And so this is basically giving like a list of needs for men and women and their emotional needs. And it's funny that you bring up giving flowers or saying words and things of that nature, because the number one need of a woman is affection. And affection can be displayed in different ways.
That's what I'm saying.
It could be words, it could be gifts, and things like that. And it's things that a lot of men don't really pay attention to, because our number one need for men is sexual fulfillment. And so at the end of the day, we are so concerned with fulfilling that need that we kind of bypass what a woman truly needs to even get to that point, to be comfortable to have sex with us.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I say, it's the little things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to give cards and flowers all the time. Like, like my man, once again, I'm going to bring him up. That's my man, 100 grand. Like my man E said, sometimes just having a little game night.
That's word.
At the crib. Get some, you know what I'm saying? Some games, a little game night, a little something to sip on and vibe.
You turn it into something else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But sometimes we get so caught in like, yo, I'm not doing that. That's too much work. Yeah. You get lazy.
That's
and
word.
Sometimes we get lazy.
Word.
Yeah,
that's a good word.
We get lazy in relationships. Trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Complacent.
Right. Because in your mind, you feel they're not going to go nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Now, if we go talk about it, let's talk about it.
We going to go nowhere.
Yeah. So, and like I tell people all the time, when you get comfortable in a relationship, that's when things start to happen, when you get complacent. So if I get away with this, all right, let me see how much further I can go.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know she gonna forgive me. I know he gonna forgive me.
Terrible.
You see what I'm saying?
Terrible mindset
to have.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get comfortable and complacent, it becomes, you know what I'm saying, a situation. And that's why I tell people all the time now, it's best to set the expectations from the jump.
Listen, so I'm kind of jumping around right here because apparently the author of this book put these needs in order. So there's a top 5 needs for men and there's a top 5 for needs for women. And so what you're talking about is honesty and openness. Okay. For a woman, but that's the number 3 need of a woman, revealing positive and negative feelings and events from the past and daily schedule. Basically, like she wants you to be honest and open. If you're saying this relationship isn't going nowhere, then just say that.
But they say that, but do they really mean that?
Nah, they don't mean it. But at the end of the day, like they expect for you to just be honest with them because it's not a secret. Most women are definitely more emotional than a man. That's just what it is. Like they really try to guard their heart. Unless you've been a man and you've been scarred and all that stuff, you got like a past history of being hurt and stuff like that. A lot of times, man, it take you a while to really get in tune with your emotions. You know what I mean? Especially when you add sex into it.
Say that shit again,
Somebody told me today, man, and we were having a general conversation and, to try to bring it all home. They said basically like imagine yourself being a cord and you're plugging your cord into a computer and you basically are plugging this cord into 100 computers and you have no idea what's on that computer or what energy it is. All energies aren't compatible. And so you could lay down secure and wake up insecure because you laid down with somebody that was insecure. And so now you're waking up and then you guys are 2 insecure people and 2 insecure people are combustible, meaning that you will literally kill yourself or kill each other rather if you continue to connect. But the beautiful thing about that, like the opposite of that, is if you are a positive person and you got positive energy and you lay down with somebody that has a positive energy, you can create something that is unbreakable.
Facts.
But it's impossible to really know that unless you're having, now this is number 2 need of a woman, conversation. You have to be able to talk because you got because the only you got to communicate.
Yeah,
because
you have to, bro.
If you don't sit down and talk, because most people, especially if you're adults, and I think that's the one thing you have to be mature to be in a relationship. If you're 2 adults, you'll let each other know what's been going on in the past, what's been going on in with your current situation, your current mind state right now. The thing is that a lot of people try to put masks on and they try to. It's almost like manipulation. Where they'll try to disguise themselves to be something that they're not, because
especially in the beginning,
you try to put on the best. You try to put
especially
on the best self that you can possibly present, knowing damn well as soon as the title is applied, I'm gonna let my true self be known.
I swear we talked about this.
We probably did
offline though.
Offline,
but I think it's funny. Like I tell you all the time, I'm like, yo, why is the first few months like, bro, like you in a honeymoon period?
Hell yeah.
But the moment you get in that first uncomfortable conversation, disagreement,
it's downhill.
You
man.
Be like, whoa,
who is this person?
I wasn't introduced to her.
No.
Like, where is this coming from?
No, because here's the thing. I honestly believe that communication flows easy in those first few because you're starting to get to know each other.
You're bringing your best out.
Yes, exactly.
You're throwing your best out.
You're throwing your best out, and then honestly, you're always the victim if you're coming out of a hard relationship.
Yeah.
And so what that person will do is they'll read your playbook. Now you play football and I know football. I played in high school. I ain't playing college or nothing like that. I get what you're saying. But the playbook is easy. So if I'm telling you my plays, all you have to do is regurgitate it. If I'm telling you that, yo, I've been hurt, this woman wasn't honest to me, she didn't understand me, all the woman has to do is regurgitate that and say, listen, I understand you. I'm going to be there for you. Just vice versa. If a woman says, that man never gave me flowers, he never took me out to a date or anything like that, all you have to do as a man is give her flowers and take her out to the date. And then at that point, you become her hero.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know, you become her hero. And at the end of the day, you are everything that she envisions in a man, knowing damn well you ain't never bought no flowers and you ain't never took nobody on no date. But for those first few months, and so when the guy stops bringing you flowers, you think that he played you, and it's like, nah, shorty, you weren't paying attention at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I'll say this, bro, like everybody's guilty of it. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say sometimes you gotta be careful. Somebody told me a long time ago, be careful what you introduce to them. You feel me?
Right.
Because if you're gonna bring out the red carpet like you're gonna introduce them to the red carpet. That means you're going to keep on bringing
it every time.
You know what I'm saying? And I think for me, and it's crazy, bro, like for me, just to give you a little example, I thought, being like the material thing, bracelet, anklet, rings.
You know that mattered.
I thought that mattered. Like I thought that's what keeps them, they're good. You feel what I'm saying? I had that mindset. You feel me? Let me go over to Tiffany's and slide that blue box.
Sharp.
She good.
Yeah.
Come and find out, it really wasn't all that.
Well, that's going into another book, and I'm pretty sure we'll discuss that some other time. But, I'm pretty sure we talked about it before. We're talking about love languages. And so her love language may not have been to receive gifts. It may have been affection, but you were just none the wiser. And
that's the thing. But sometimes we have to be careful because sometimes, like I said, bro, like you have to really get to know each other.
You have to. That's the conversation.
And that's the conversation. And sometimes you skip that and you go right into the...
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, we're adults, it's adults. I mean, a lot of times, bro, like when people first meeting, they don't even get to know each other no more. We at a time where,
everything is quick.
Yeah, you rush.
Yeah.
And like I was telling you offline, bro, like I had to sit back because I felt like sometimes I catch myself like, have I really dealt with everything I needed to deal with to get into a serious relationship again? You feel me? Yeah. Like sometimes I'll step out there and then I'll be like, man, I got to work on.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's like you said, man. It's like you'll fix one thing about yourself, and then it's not until you're too far into the relationship where you kind of realize, man, I still have work to do. And it's those nights where you sit up at night and you're being really introspective with yourself and looking at yourself and saying, what the hell am I doing?
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. And I think a lot of times, like, we forget self.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Self-care. And that's my thing, because sometimes you have to be very careful. If I remember, like, I'm getting this relationship with this person. If we cross some boundaries, boom. What if a child come? You got to be with this person for 18 years. Not even be, like, you're not with them, but you got a child to take care of for 18 years. So are you ready to sign up for that?
Right.
Like, do you know what comes with this? And I tell all the little young cats I deal with, like young cats I deal with and mentor, like, man, you got to be careful what you're doing out here these days.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel what I'm saying? Because then you'll bring another life in, and you have no idea. You're not even ready to take care of yourself. You feel me?
That's true.
So you really have to just be mindful. And that's why I say, when it comes to this relationship talk, like, I'm going to probably say it 100 times, but, like, sometimes I just sit back when it comes to feedback, when people ask me, like, what do I think? Just because I felt like I have not been successful at it. But have I worked on myself to go next level with it, to be able to love again, mature, be romantic, communicate? I feel I have.
And do it naturally because it's in you.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not forced.
And that's the thing. And sometimes we get caught on looks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My God. You know, bro, this how I know. I swear to God, bro, it's how I know, because we never discussed his needs, her needs. But the number 3 need of a man is he needs an attractive spouse. Okay? Because looks, it means a lot to a man. Like, sure, you got to be attracted to it, because if you're not attracted to her, I guarantee you're attracted to everybody else, bro. So you got to be honest with yourself. And
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, but sometimes, you know, it could be the most baddest chick and could be the worst one for you.
9 times. I'm not gonna say 9 times out of 10. That's a little exaggerated, to be honest with y'all.
And that's the thing for me. Like, I always wanted to go for the red carpet chick.
Yeah.
You feel me? And sometimes it's more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to really sit back and understand and see what you really like. The best thing I always tell people, like, what makes this thing so interesting is because, you know, you'll date for so long until you find something like that right one. And it's low-key like you're playing chess, because sometimes, you know, that move looks right, or that person looks right.
It do.
Then you go there, and then out of nowhere, boom. You know what I'm saying? They're taking your piece, because that ain't it.
That ain't it.
And then sometimes, you know, because you don't want to pursue, because you walking in fear, or you scared of what happened in your past, you overlook it, and that might be the right move.
You can miss it.
You can miss it.
Yeah.
And that's been me a few times.
And
like,
that's frustrating.
Yeah.
You talk about as a chess player, when you're contemplating to make that move, but you're trying to anticipate, like, the wrong that can happen, you'll literally not make that move, and you will literally set yourself up for failure. And if you made that move, it could have set you up for so much success. And that's the frustrating part about relationships to me.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. And this is, like, for the longest time, I'm guilty of it. But I tell people all the time, bro, like, it could be the most right person, most beautiful person, the woman that can help you, and you can help her get the next level of your life. But because they just might not have that one thing, you're turned off.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And you'll go looking for what looks right.
Guilty.
And be terrible.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Can't communicate, you know, just ain't right. And you got everything you need.
Yeah.
But because, you know, just that one little thing. I think me and you was talking one day, you know, I don't want to like say it wrong, but I don't know, one of us was talking, we was listening to somebody said, yo, to me, my wife is a 10.
Yeah, that was my brother Drew.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I respect for what he said. That was
100%.
that was the most realest thing he said. To me,
she's a 10.
She's a 10.
To the world, she may be whatever, but to me, because what she brings to the table.
And I call that real love. Like I say, you know, that's some rich to say. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not worrying about what everybody else thinks.
Yeah.
I'm worrying about what I got.
You have to.
And that's the problem with a lot of people, and I'm guilty of it myself. I got too caught up.
Yeah.
What everybody else was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was like when we was talking about this for weeks, I just kept hearing your man's comment. To me.
To me, bro.
That's a 10. That's my queen.
That matters.
That's my everything.
100%.
That's the realest thing you can say. And I think sometimes we get so caught up.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's when you know you're not ready. If you worrying about what they thinking.
Yeah.
Then nah, you ain't ready, son.
Yeah, if you worrying about, I can't post this because I don't want people to comment to say, why is that dude with this girl when he could do so much
better?
It ain't about that, bro. You'll always set yourself up.
And it's crazy. And I always tell people, if that dude got her,
yeah,
he probably was doing something that you really wasn't doing.
Sure.
And it ain't even talking about sex.
Nah, it's not.
He probably was showing her attention, just doing the little things.
The little things, bro.
And sometimes it does be some suckage that go on. It is what it is. Yeah, but a lot of times you just have to be mindful of what we're doing. And ladies too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of female friends. I tell them all the time, like, yo, are you just like, are you going in too hard? Like, are you even giving the guy a chance?
Yeah.
You feel me? Because if they even show you anything what your ex is doing, you automatically like, oh no, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, you know, for me, I'm not big on taking on projects. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna be real, we're gonna be real. Yeah. You know, I'm just at a place in my life where I don't want to take on a project, but how can I say that though? Because when you're in a relationship and you're going through things, in order to come together, you are gonna go through, like, you're gonna have to put things together as one.
Would you go as far as to say that a relationship is a project?
That's what I'm saying. So I can't really say I don't want to take on a project when it really is a project.
Right. Because
to make that final ingredient, you gotta be on the same page.
You have to.
You feel what I'm saying?
You can't be on 2 sheets of music and make a good thing work. It's just not gonna happen.
And a lot of times you see, and I'm guilty of it myself, I be there, she here, but really we need to be 50-50.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's real.
To create one.
That's real.
And I learned that from my parents.
That's called teamwork.
Teamwork. Man. And that's what I'm saying. Relationship, this thing is bigger than just, you know what I'm saying? I can't just lead this thing. I need you to be my partner, my friend.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You got to really get to know these people. You got to be able to go through the rough, the good, the great, and sometimes the worst.
I'm going to stop you right there because I want to bring this conversation back because we're talking about how to find out if a person is the one, and I'm glad you brought up, you know, being teammates and whatnot because it's another book that I want to get into. But I want to finish up his needs, her needs. And so the second need of a man is recreational companionship. Okay. Basically meaning that you need somebody that you can be your friend with, not somebody that you can just sleep with and freak with. You need somebody that is into what you're into. Now, explain to me, like, how important that is because I know for me, I need somebody, like, if I'm just a person that loves to chill, I don't necessarily need to be with somebody that has to always be on the go. Somebody that loves to be out in the public, loves to be out in the club and things of that nature. If I'm a homebody, it would be detrimental to my mental health. It would be detrimental to our relationship if you're with somebody who's a complete opposite of you. Now, that's just for a man, though.
Yeah, but you got to be careful, too, because sometimes you don't want to be to the point where you just stand still either. You got to change it up. That's why it's a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, if you want to just chill, you're a homebody. Ain't nothing wrong with going out on dates. Right. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with going on trips.
Well, yeah. I'm not talking about that. I'm also talking about, like genuine interest. Like, say if I like football, so to speak. Like, I feel like my shorty should at least sit down and watch the game with me.
You know what we call that?
What's that?
We got to compromise.
That is. You know what? And I don't know if I brought it up before, but, you know, you just met my homie John, you know what I'm saying, my neighbor and whatnot. So he brought up, something crazy about his grandparents being together for 75 years. And the secret, the main ingredient that they brought up was compromise. Like, it's not going to be sunshine and bubbles every day.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But you have to meet each other halfway. That's the only way to really make it work.
So to answer your question, you wanted to chill and watch football? Cool. She does that. Now you got to do something she want to do.
Right.
Or something she want to look at. It's just a compromise.
It is.
And sometimes fellas got to get that thing out their mind that, you know, I'm a punk because I'm doing this or I look weak. Nah, it ain't that. Right. Sometimes you just making a compromise, but you know how far to make it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling you to sell your soul or to put the skirt on, but you know, you got to compromise. Yeah. And that's how you get, and that's what makes a successful relationship. Yeah. There's compromise all during relationships, bro. Like you said, it's the, you know what I'm saying? You know, you like football, you're a big Patriots guy. You know, UConn. Why let's go to a game. She might not feel it, but I know, let me compromise. Let me go with my man. Yeah. Because I know when I want to go do something, where I want to go.
Yeah, because if we want to go to the Beyonce concert, I ain't got no choice.
See what I'm saying? Sure. It's the little things. Or she want to go to like a leadership conference. Just, you know, just things that, you know.
Whatever.
You feel what I'm saying? Gotta make that compromise.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. This is funny. The reason why we even talking about his needs and her needs is because she wanted to read a book.
But y'all did it together.
We did it together.
You
we
compromised.
Read it. I compromised. And look, and I'm learning from it, and I'm giving it to the people.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's like I said, bro. At the end of the day, it's the little things. Yeah. But we so caught up in our ego and our pride. Yeah. And that's why I tell people all the time, like, and once again, I'm guilty. Your pride sometimes, bro, because you don't want to look like you less than a man. Yeah. Like, I stand on this. You know what I'm saying? And deep down, you're like, yo, I could just gave 15, 20 minutes.
15,
you know what I'm saying?
That's all they want,
I could have just did something. You know what I'm saying? But your pride.
Pride gets in the way.
And stuck in your ways.
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
100%,
so,
bro.
Nah, bro, you know, sometimes we got to compromise and it ain't being no sucker. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? But you just, you know, you're doing something special for your lady.
I feel like women will meet you halfway. well, most good women will meet you halfway. Most good men will meet you halfway, ladies, with the things that you need in terms of, just, like really making it work at the end of the day.
But when they meet you halfway, really, when you doing your part to make sure they feel comfortable and safe in their space.
100%. 100%, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, it took me after to sit back and process, past relationships.
Yeah.
I ain't really make them people feel safe and comfortable. So how can I expect them to even meet me here if I didn't do my job?
And I think that's important that you brought that up, because everybody has to do their job. So the number 4 need of a man is domestic support, which basically means that he needs to come home to a safe environment. He needs to feel, in a sense, like he's the king of his castle, so to speak. When he comes in, he don't need no drama, because most men, we come in and we done dealt with bull all day. We don't need to come home to arguing and things of that nature. And the number 4 need of a woman is financial commitment, basically meaning that she needs you to make, to bring home the bacon, so to speak, and to make the things work in the home. Not saying that a woman necessarily needs you, but I think most women would appreciate a man that is financially supportive or financially together, that can hold the home together. Yeah. Because somebody gave me some real good game when I was a young boy. They said, listen, man, never live above your means.
Facts.
And a lot of times you need to live below your means, because say if you get with your wife, she gets pregnant, she's going to have to go out, when you guys decide to have kids. And so you need to be able to provide, bro. Facts. That's the word, provide.
I'm going to kick it to you like this. We're in a different time, too. There's a lot of independent women out here.
Okay.
I'm
gonna let you finish, but I want to rebut.
I know where you about to go. I know you want to go, but I gotta say this, because I got a lot of good. I know a lot of female. I got a lot of female friends.
Make good money.
Make great money.
Great.
And sometimes it ain't even about, like you said, it ain't even about matching them. Sometimes they just looking for you to be able to just be stable.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Just make sure you stable and comfortable in yourself. Because, sometimes that can just, not to get off topic, that can scare a man.
For sure.
You feel me? But we have a lot of independent sisters out here now, women out here now. So they're not asking for you to make more money than them.
Right.
They're not asking you, to be this and that. They just want to make sure that you're doing what you have to do as a man.
Now, let me ask you a question, because this is something that I bring up all the time when I'm talking about relationships to people. Is the independent woman really what most men want and need? Like, do men really find women who are independent attractive? Or would most men, not necessarily saying that a woman would need them, but we don't necessarily need to be hearing that shit. Like, I truly believe Beyonce messed the whole relationship game up when she came out with Independent.
It ain't just her. Summer Walker just dropped the album too. They got in their feelings.
And so at the end of the day, like, I really do feel like there's value in a woman that can take care of herself and don't necessarily need a man. But when it's constantly preached like that, like, you don't need, all men want to feel like they're basically like they're needed, because that's the number 5 need of a man is admiration. A man needs to be praised for the things that he does, and one of those things is being able to provide. So anytime that somebody gets into an argument with a woman who's quote unquote independent, she constantly throws that out there. I don't need you.
Facts. I will say this. If we being honest, sometimes an independent woman could scare a man.
Well, I know this.
You feel me? You know
for
that.
Sure.
But I'm not gonna say, that, that's all men. I think we're at a point in time where I think an independent woman is very important to have. Okay. And the reason why I say that, because that means she's strong mentally. Hopefully she's secure.
Sure. Because
sometimes they can have all the material, money, and still have insecurities.
Sure.
So hopefully she's secure. But I don't think that's a reason. I think in the day and age we are now, I think a strong woman is, for me, I'm going to say this, because I don't want to put that on all the fellas and all that. But for me, a strong woman, independent woman is what I need.
Got you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't for everybody.
It ain't for everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Let me put that right there right now. Yeah. I'm not saying that for everybody. But for me, what I'm looking for and what I need, strong and independent. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because my demeanor can be so strong that I don't want a woman I can just push over or just get away.
Right.
I need that person to be able to stop me in my tracks.
Yeah.
What you doing? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like she checking me, but she's, hey, we not in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? Able to reel me back in. You see what I'm saying? So for
basically,
me,
I think, and I don't mean to cut you off. So
no, you good.
So independence for you is not necessarily just financial.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Okay.
Because sometimes, bro, like, you want to see if a woman could take care of herself if you're not around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got her own spot. Okay, cool. She got this, she got that. Okay, cool. So I got basically the same thing. So, okay, I ain't got to worry about if something does happen to me.
I think what I'm trying to say is that you're basically saying, like, okay, yeah, financially, it's cool to see a woman who could take care of herself financially, like she don't need you, like she could pay her own rent, got
That's
her own
attractive
stuff
to me.
like that. It's attractive, but also a woman that is independent in her mental stability. Like she doesn't need to depend on a man to validate who she is.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You.
Know who you are.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And then sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's a disguise. They got all this, but insecurities. You know what I'm saying? They, like you said, they got that mask on.
For sure.
So, but I'm saying just for me, the independent and the strong woman that's what I need. It's attractive. That's what I need now. I used to run from the women.
For sure.
You feel me? I used to, no, not her. Nah,
yeah.
her.
We don't need that.
Yeah, she gonna tell me about myself. I gotta work for that. Nah, I ain't going there. And you know what I'm saying? But just, you immature, you young, you growing up. Now you know what you need.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
And I like you said, growing up, because when you grow up, a couple things will happen. You'll get married. Mm-hmm. You'll have kids, and then all of a sudden, you not even knowing, now you become a family man, and that's the number 5 need of a woman is family commitment.
Yeah,
you need to be there.
Yeah, you have to.
Because when you have a kid, you bring a kid into this world, and men, hear me clearly. When you bring a child into this world, you are no longer a single man. I don't care if you and that woman stay together, bro. You are a father. People depend on you, and at the end of the day, even if you're not with that woman, you need to make time for your kids, bro, because it's important.
It's crazy that you said that, bro. Like I said, we're gonna give people their flowers while they here, bro. You know what I'm saying? My godson Jalen, he's here, bro. And like you said, just a family man, and to show him, man, just to sit back and watch E be a pop.
He operates different.
Yo, just seeing that's like
high level.
And I don't even think he pupes me. I just be sitting back like, yo.
And watch, it'll blow you away.
That's my brother. He's like, and just to see him in that zone and the bond and the things he do and how he operating now. Yeah. My man growing up on me.
It's inspiring.
He ain't my son no more.
Nah, he ain't.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't my son no more. I had to take the bib away. He ain't my son no more. Like, that's my right hand man. Just to see Jay, like, even like when he be asking me things to do to hold him, I be like, whoa,
it's a little
you bringing that fever over here, take that over there. You feel me? But just to see how he, like you said, when you're doing that, you have to be a family man. You got to grow up.
For sure.
Things that you used to do, you just can't do. You got another life to take care of now.
Right.
You feel me? So it ain't just me I got to worry about. I got to take care of this little man. And just watching him, man, like you said, the operation and watching him doing what he's doing, operating, man, that's just beautiful, bro. Like, real proud of them, him and Erica, bro. Like, that shit is beautiful. Like, the family thing's a big thing because that's why I tell people all the time. If you man enough to lay down with her, you got to be man enough to know what comes next if it happens.
100%.
Ladies, hear me.
Yeah.
Hear me clearly.
Very clear.
Very clear. If y'all comfortable enough to do what you do, just understand, be comfortable enough to come with next.
Yeah, the consequences.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it's a consequence, but you just gotta make sure you're ready for what come next. Right. Because at the end of the day, little man, little sis, they ain't asked to that. You know what I'm saying? That came by y'all.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're ready for that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful with these things. You know what I'm saying? Because it could just be that one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not dealing with yourself and understand, and I tell people all the time, what we went through as kids growing up. You feel me? And I tell people all the time, like, I got homeboys that ain't had their dad involved. You don't want to bring a life in and you doing the same thing. You feel me?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You see how your mom treated you, sis.
Sure.
So you don't want to treat her like that. You feel me? So just make sure this thing is big. When you talk about relationship, like you said, it's big because sometimes it can lead to marriage. It can lead to you being parents. So it's not just you. You feel me? So understand the commitment you bringing in.
It's commitment, man.
Yeah.
I love that word, man, commitment. Because it really shows that there's like you said, it's teamwork, man.
Facts.
It's teamwork. I'm pretty sure E and Erica, man, like they are a unit.
Oh no, he doing what he doing. They doing what they doing. Much respect.
Yeah,
Proud.
You got to have that. But when you're talking about finding out if somebody's the one, I'm pretty sure at some point we'll lose our minds and we'll have E on as a guest.
I don't
know
shut it down. If the world is ready. That might be the time we actually hit 1 million views.
We might have to
because he's gonna say some that we're not ready for.
Exactly, but I think that's beautiful because he could probably speak to how hard it is to be in a relationship, and then how it has to change
Just
when
thinking
certain
about him
things.
with his
I
mic.
know, right? Yeah, the boy been asking though.
Oh, every chance. What you about to go do? When you gonna have me on?
Exactly.
I don't know if the listeners.
Yeah.
We might lose a lot before we gain a lot. You know.
You ain't never lied, bro. But
But
real
nah.
quick, man, you know what's funny is when you brought up teamwork, there's another book, and shout out to my cousin Chi, you know what I mean? She
Respect.
passed this book down. Her and her wife read this book, and she said that it gave them so much information and so much knowledge that she passed it down to me. And it's by Tony Gaskins. It's called Make It Work. And he basically gives 22 lessons. And I'm not going to go over all 22, but I think he had some real good points. So there was a lesson. It was lesson number 7, and he said, mind your business, right? Because a lot of people have a hard
Facts.
time minding their business because in the time of social media, everybody's business is out there. And so I
Facts.
imagine that it hasn't been always easy for people like E and Erica, but I know 100% they're not airing it out on
Facts.
Facebook and
Yeah.
IG and shading each other. Because when you allow everybody else into your business, it becomes something completely different. And it's things that you just cannot rebound from, because when you put it out there, there's going to be wounds, bro.
Yeah.
That cannot be healed.
Facts. You're
Because
saying
you
too much, so let's just stay
put
behind
it
closed
out
doors.
there.
Yeah, I get you.
And that kind of leads to lesson 11, where it says arguments are not conversations. Arguments are not conversations because you're going to say something that you regret, and you cannot take it back.
And speaking on that, you have to be real mindful, man, because words can destroy people.
100%.
The things you say, and you don't even know that. Woo, I'm about to tell on myself.
Yeah.
Verbal abuse is crazy.
And you don't even realize you're doing it.
And sometimes relationships, we have to be real mindful of what we're saying, because sometimes if somebody doesn't want to hear what they're always doing wrong.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Don't always say what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
Say what I'm doing right. And sometimes, fellas, we have to be mindful how we come off. Sisters too.
Sharp.
Be mindful how you come off. But you know that verbal abuse is it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it. You know what I'm saying?
We all are.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to talk down to sis all the time.
Not
you
always.
feel me?
Not at all,
Yeah,
actually.
at
Keep
all.
it
You know,
real.
sometimes you have to just take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything don't need a response.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because sometimes in the heat of a moment, you can say something, and once it's out,
Once it's out, it's there, bro. It's in the
out.
universe.
You feel me? And I'm so glad you spoke on that, bro, because that verbal thing is dangerous. We have to, when you're in a relationship, even if you thinking it, don't mean you got to say it.
Nah.
Sometimes it's just best to be man or woman just to keep it.
It's
Breathe.
Like, it's like we tell our kids.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do sometimes is to just walk
away. And come back to and revisit it.
Yeah.
Then speak on it. You
Yeah.
feel me? Because that verbal thing is very important, man. I don't think, and people don't understand how much you can mess a relationship off, or mess a relationship up by the thing of the word of mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Saying things. That tongue can get you in trouble.
Well, you know that we Christian, man. You know what I'm saying? So they say the power of life and death lies in the tongue.
Facts.
100%. You can speak life into your relationship just as well as you can speak death into it.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. I had to really that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, when you really sit down and you process your own self,
Yes, sir.
you be like, damn,
Yeah.
I did a lot of wild
I said a lot of
I said some
wild
things that shouldn't even needed to be said.
At all,
I could have just
man.
kept that to myself.
to the chest.
You feel
Yeah,
me? So
you
you
could've.
just, like I'm saying, like that verbiage though, you gotta be real careful, because even if they're not getting what you're trying to get them to understand,
Yeah.
even when you teaching, even when you trying to, you know what I'm saying, y'all working together as a team,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta watch how you coaching.
Show that.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta watch it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't come off with, everybody can't learn and don't grow from just,
Yeah.
you
That's
feel
true.
me?
That's true.
Sometimes you just gotta know how to just talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause not everybody gonna
tone,
respond the
Tone
same.
is everything.
It is though.
And my pops used to say, like, I know
It
the
ain't
difference.
what you say.
It ain't what you say. It's how you say it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Even when you got kids, you know what I'm saying? Like my pop, when we was little, I know when he's being serious, and I know when he's just talking.
Right.
So tone.
Yeah.
You just gotta watch how we. You know what I'm saying? But once again, it goes back to communicating.
Sure.
But that verbiage thing is very important, bro. Like,
It is.
you can't ask for him and her to do all this if you're not even explaining it in a respectful manner.
Sure.
Everybody don't take, I'm guilty. I use my hands a lot.
Uh-huh.
You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
take that.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to explain and just, how you come across.
Yeah. So look, real quick. So lesson 13 and 14, I kind of grouped them together because I feel like they go together. So lesson 13 is working as a team. It's teamwork. Lesson 14 is pick a captain. So basically it's like what you're saying. Like, not everybody responds the same way to criticism, things of that nature. And so when the beautiful thing about when you pick a captain, somebody that's going to be somewhat in a leadership position, when people think about leadership, they think about dictatorship. Like basically saying that when the buck stops with me, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people can't really wrap their head around that once the man says or once the woman says no or yes to something, that's where the buck stops. But picking a captain basically means that you have come to the conclusion that we're in this thing together. Like we win together, we lose together, so to speak.
I'm telling you.
The worst thing that you can have in a relationship is negative competition. You never want to be at odds laying down with somebody, because I'm telling you,
don't want to go to sleep mad.
You won't go to sleep mad, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not laying down with you if I'm mad at you, dog. I'm at the edge of the bed.
But a lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
I don't want to touch you. I'm more likely to go to the couch.
See what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I've always learned now, just sitting back, let's just talk about, let's just revisit it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk this thing through.
It's that easy sometimes.
And sometimes just a conversation need to take place. Just because, and then once you sit down and you process like that, I could handle it different.
Could have.
You feel me? You know, that's all they want. Sometimes, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a compromise, bro.
Yeah, compromise.
I ain't saying you got to be weak. I ain't saying you just laying down and you just giving up. I'm just saying compromise. It's communication.
It's important.
It's very important to be successful. And we're getting older.
Yeah.
We can't play them games we used to play. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't children,
and I used to, you know, like I tell people all the time, you know, I used to try to be the king of this called games.
Sharp.
I mean, I'm older now. I need a queen.
Believe it.
You feel me? And you just got to be mindful, bro. Like, that joint you said, like, it's definitely true. Like, you got to make sure you riding till the wheels fall off. But you got to make sure, just for my men, you got to make sure you man enough and you ready to come to the table and be that man they need. Because a woman will follow you if you got your shit together. A woman will follow you if you leading correctly. You know what I'm saying? A woman will follow you if she feels comfortable and she feels safe. She ain't got to question your loyalty. You see what I'm saying?
And let me say this to both men and women. If that person is not for you, if you look at this video and you say, yo, this person isn't meeting this need, that need, to the men, I'm going to put it in men's language for you. There is no trade deadline.
Facts.
Everybody is expendable. I don't care if you've been with this woman for 10, 20, 50 years. If that person at that point is not meeting your basic needs, you got to send them to the trade block. You got to send them to the trade block, and you got to just let it go. And women, there is no return date. Send that man to the street, man. You return him back to the street if he's not meeting your basic needs, because at the end of the day, it makes no sense to live unhappy. Life is too short.
And that's what I'm saying.
To be unhappy.
And that's what I'm saying, bro.
Straight up.
At the end of the day, you want peace and happiness.
Sure.
You feel me? And sometimes you try to hold on to things because you think what if or what might be.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best just to cut your losses before you're getting hurt. Or you can, sometimes you see it. You see that ain't the person.
You see it.
You
clearly.
see it, bro. You see it. Can't nobody, you see it. You see the signs.
Sure.
But that voice, nah, I ain't gonna let the next one win.
That's
you feel me?
You ain't never lied.
And sometimes you gotta just take it, you know what I'm saying? And we have to just be careful when you're in a relationship. You know, I'm not in a relationship, you know, I know you are, but you just got this, you know, real recognize real. You just have to be mindful, because sometimes you can have a good thing and you can push them right to another person.
Of course.
So just be mindful what we doing. Just mindful. It's just a little thing. Sometimes just, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Just that smooth text. Hey, I love you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Something light.
Just something slight, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't. I ain't telling you be a tough guy. I ain't telling you do all this and that. I ain't telling you, you know what I'm saying, sound like no sucker.
Yeah.
I ain't telling you be soft. But you could be soft with your lady. Everybody ain't got to know what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? How y'all act when the doors, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, like I said, like your man said, to me, she a 10.
Sure.
So you gonna treat her like she a 10. You know what I'm saying? And you know she gonna ride with you till the wheels fall off.
That's
you feel
a bet,
me?
man.
You know, this was good, bro. I was really questioning this one.
Yeah.
I wasn't
I
really.
think it went well, honestly.
You know, because I like this one. We actually did this before.
We did.
And I'm glad we didn't drop that one because this was what needed to be said, bro. You feel me? Sure. And you know, we always, you know, like I said, this is gonna be episode 1. This is gonna be a beautiful thing this season, bro. Like you're gonna see the growth in us. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, man. We got some stuff coming. Please, man, if you want a shirt, let us know.
For sure.
You know, we got things in action. And, like I told you, we can't just keep jotting it down. We gotta just put it out there, and then we gotta put it out there. Like, we got some things coming, man. So support us. If reach out to us through the Instagram. If you have Wes or my number, text us. I want a shirt. Give us your size, and we're gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And this was good though, brother.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's. I definitely want to hear from the people about this.
Yeah, you got to, man. If you got a comment, like, honestly, this is about communication. So if there's something that worked in your relationship that, you feel like would benefit the whole, hey, put it in the comment section. I would love to hear from you, for real.
And even if you just have questions or just ideas of topics, things like that, man, let us know. For sure. Nothing is off limits.
It is not, man.
Nothing. It's gonna be a different type of season.
I feel it.
I feel it, like this vibe, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
We've not talked about one book you read.
Nah.
And we was already feeding off each other.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Dig it.
And we're gonna keep getting, we're gonna keep growing. So if you have any feedback for us, hit us.
Yeah.
And like I always say, I gotta make sure I say this at every episode before we close.
Let them know.
At the end of the day, I want anybody I don't know what I'm supposed to look at. Failure is not an option. Hey, I'm C.
Hey, Wes, man, love y'all,
Hey,
bro.
man, we out of here.
Peace, yo.
I'm out here breaking curses, digging and feeling myself while keeping my head above the clouds and trying to stay out of the cell. Yeah, always on my grind, putting good food in my mind. Here's one for the books, like it was destined by design. Yeah, Destined by Design podcast.